I'm Christine and this is Ria. We're from Untangle Money, and we want to talk to you about the fact that money is hard and money for women is even harder. We built a solution that actually helps women with their money, and we can't wait to tell you about it. But first, everybody knows about the wage gap. What we want to tell you about is the wealth gap. The wealth gap is that for every dollar a man has in net worth, a woman has 32 cents. For Black and Latina women, it's even worse. She only has 1 penny in wealth. A lot of this stems from the fact that women's financial lives are fundamentally different than men's. Meet Sandra. Compared to Owen, her income is more likely to fluctuate. She's more likely to take sabbaticals from maternity leave, switch to part-time work, and get paid less for the work she does than Owen will. Now, we're not saying Owen won't do some of the things that Sandra does, but statistically, Owen's financial life is going to be far more linear. The problem is that most of the solutions today assume that Sandra's life will follow Owen's trajectory, but it doesn't. And for her and most women, the current financial products don't work. Also, women tend to have a negative relationship with their money, and it's not their fault. The issues here and the problems we're trying to solve are that finance is too generic, it has too many unnecessary numbers, and it just wasn't built for women.
So we've created a by women, for women financial planning and education platform that acts like a money coach in your pocket. So studies have shown women actually end up being better money managers than our male counterparts, as long as we have the tools that'll help us get there. So here at Untangle Money, we're making that happen. The first pillar of our product is tailored advice that makes sense for your personal situation. It can account for things like fluctuating income, whether that's commission or tips, as well as sabbaticals like maternity leave. We're also including interactive dashboards. So this is made by women and for women. We've created a powerful visual depiction of Sandra's personalized financial life journey. She'll be able to really clearly see how saving $100 extra now adds thousands of dollars to her savings in 30 years. Money masterclasses are finance optimized for how women learn. So through the use of things like mindfulness and behavioral psychology, our product actually encourages positive results. Think of us like the financially savvy advisor that acts like your best friend. Our business model demonstrates how we're going to capture attention in the market with free content. Then we're providing that financial plan for that $150 initiation fee. There's a monthly subscription of $9 per month to access the masterclasses and make any updates necessary to the financial plan. There are 2.2 million women like Sandra in Canada alone. So capturing just 6,000 Sandras leads to our revenue projections of over 1 million in year one. Let's go back to Sandra, but 30 years from now. Even with all the ups and downs in her income, her wealth still increased over time. Untangle Money helped her gain the confidence she needed to manage her finances and start investing early. She's doing really great.
Now is the time for change. Join us. We are currently building our product and we'd love to have you sign up for our newsletter. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Right on time. So, any questions or suggestions?
I actually do have a comment. This is Dr. Janae Zinstrass. The ladies of Untangled. Thank you, Christine and Ria. Excellent presentation. I wanted to know, what are some of your long-term goals with this initial project?
Sure. We want to help every woman in the world understand their financial situation so they can understand the importance of investing early if they can and close that wealth gap.
Thank you.
Hello. First of all, is it okay if I comment, everybody?
Yeah.
I really liked the presentation. I thought it was formatted really well. I'm actually going to ask if two questions. First of all, do you have any competitors that do anything similar that target like a similar target audience in the same area, in the same field?
We do, not specifically in Canada. Obviously, the fintech and the finance space is very saturated. The difference is that there's no products that really appeal to women and help them sort of get in front of investing. There's a lot of tools out there in the market, and you can name them, the big banks, all simple, who help people invest their money. But the education and the pre-investing along the curve is what we're really trying to hit. So we're trying to help people create financial plans so they will be armed and ready to invest their money later on down the line.
That's perfect. Also, just another question: can you speak please on your traction, whether whether you've got any actually people that have signed up, stuff like that?
Yeah, so we've already walked 5 women through. We've built a concierge MVP, and 5 women have taken that. We opened our wait list about a few weeks ago, and we already have 50
Mhm.
people on our wait list despite very little marketing.
Awesome. Thank you.
We also have over 200 signups on our newsletter already, so we're already developing that community that we're really hoping to draw our customers from.
Good point.
Perfect.
Christine, Ria, this is Roman.
Go
if I
ahead.
may.
Sorry?
Yeah. So I have a question. Apologies if my judgment is based just on 20 years marriage, but 2 questions out of that, of my personal experience. It seems that in a lot of cases, women appear to be less interested, basically, to think about managing wealth somehow. And apologies for sounding,
Okay.
this way, based on my personal experience. So how would you get women actually interested in that first, and how would you get them to pay for that service? So these 2 questions.
So on the first question, over 90% of women will manage their finances at some point in their life, and we're hoping to target women early because time is the biggest factor. Like how long you're invested for is the biggest factor in what your retirement wealth will be. So we actually want to target women who are in their 20s, and we find there are critical inflection points where we've been attracting women. So either after they graduate and they get their first job, it's a time when people really think about money, and then again when they divorce or looking at other life changes. These are moments, and we will specifically be targeting them at those moments, these life changes, when suddenly, or a death of a spouse, suddenly they're going to be looking at being a novice and having to deal with all the finances. In terms of payment, we haven't struggled with any payment issues yet. So I'm not sure what you refer to what you're referring to with that question.
I mean, your service should be subscribed, I imagine, and paid for. So I mean, 2 questions that I had is, how do you get interested? And
Roman, I think you've cut out.
Roman, we can't hear you. No,
There's static on the line, unfortunately. We're happy to connect afterwards. We can answer all your questions. We have a larger picture as well.
It will be great, yeah, because time is up, and so.
I actually just have one more question, Anastasia, if that's okay. For
just very quickly.
I know that the platform is geared towards women in their 20s, but we've seen an onset in the educational system in parts of Canada where they've already started teaching younger children about money. Is this going to be a platform that will be expansive to connecting with younger people even before their 20s?
Oh yeah, I mean we'd like to connect with women all across the entire spectrum. Our next port of call would actually be older women, and then we would go younger as well.